gentle yoga class today just because I'm trying to find a little bit more grounding in my practice. I've had a lot going on lately, as many of you know. So this will be a really nice, short, gentle practice focusing on breath and relaxation. So let's find a spot on our mat. I have a pillow. I'm going to place it underneath my head. And our first pose we will come into is constructive rest pose. So making your way down onto your back, your knees are bent, and just coming down to rest. Begin to notice your breath, and also root down through the soles of the feet. So feeling each toe, the big toe mound, the heel. And let's begin to really feel the whole sole of the foot resting on the earth. And bringing this awareness to the crown chakra. Let's bring the breath and awareness to the root chakra, the Muladhara chakra. So this is the chakra where we begin to tap into feeling safety, trusting our own inner wisdom. And these poses will be low to the ground to bring in a bigger sense of feeling complete safety and calmness in the body. And just bringing awareness into the breath. And bringing in a mantra for this short time together. I am practicing self-care, self-love. I trust that I can be in this moment. Lift up your right knee. Press down through the left foot. Keep that left knee bent. And just begin to squeeze the toes, open the toes. Bring in the left foot. You can keep this right leg bent here. Just work being super gentle today. So opening the toes, squeeze the toes. Notice how the whole back body is supported on your mat. As our mental health not feeling as easy as it maybe used to be. From here, rolling to your right side, just laying here in fetal pose just for a moment. I like to bring my left hand down to the earth and gently turning towards the earth before coming up to seated. We are now at seated, so taking a moment to maybe taking that pillow, sitting upon the pillow. We're going to connect with our breath here. So before we do so, let's do a few Kundalini or Sufi circles. Just letting the body scoop around. Head can be heavy here. And then go in the other direction. Coming to seated, finding that beautiful foundation of seated pose. So rooting down through the sit bones, palms can come on top of the knees. Imagine this chin is resting on a shelf, lifting through the tips of the ears, crown of the head. And begin to notice the in-breath. And also notice the out-breath. Again, feeling these sit bones rooting down to the earth. So really rooting down through the Muladhara chakra, the root chakra. So tapping into the area where we sit. So you can bring this awareness to the pubic bone. And then from the pubic bone, come to the right sit bone. And then bringing this awareness to the tailbone. And tailbone to the left sit bone. And then back towards the pubic bone. So feeling this triangle shape that rests upon the earth. And let's bring the left hand into the lap, right palm rests on top into Buddha Mudra for meditation. And begin to breathe in through the nose. Hold at the top. Exhale through the mouth. Good. So you'll notice as we breathe in, we hold at the top, exhale through the mouth, and we hold at the bottom. Inhaling, pause, exhaling, pause. Bring the right fingertips to the side of the mat as we touch down to the earth, allowing ourselves to feel grounded in this mudra. And 2 more breaths here, in through the nose, pause, out through the nose, pause, in through the nose, pause, out through the nose, pause. Good, opening the eyes. Place the hands on top of the knees. Come into some seated cat-cows. So gazing towards the sky, opening up through the heart. And as you exhale, you round, bringing belly button towards the spine, chin comes towards heart. And then inhale, opening up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, open. Exhale, rounding. So you'll notice I'm doing a bit of a rolling motion here. Good, come to seated. Taking right palm to the ground, Left palm comes over top for some lateral side stretches. You can open up and look towards the sky. 3 breaths here. Maybe stretching that hand a little further out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left palm comes down. Reach over to the right. Again, you can walk those fingertips out and look up, just opening up that right shoulder, looking towards the sky. You can close the eyes for 3 breaths. And then slowly rising up, bring the hands up towards the sky as if you can clasp on to the beautiful sun, or maybe that full moon or the beautiful moon outside that we see sometimes. We gather in all this beautiful energy from the sky and draw it down towards our hearts. Placing hands down on the mat, walk the palms out, coming into a forward fold. And then slowly coming up to seated, we'll come into butterfly. So a little bit different from a bound angle pose or cobbler pose. We're drawing the feet a little bit further away. Bring your hands into your center. Let's connect both the hands and feet together. Just tapping into the right side of the body and the left side. You can even press those feet together, engaging those inner thighs. And press the palms into each other, engaging the triceps and the biceps. Actually, you're getting into both muscles here. If you wish, you can place some blankets or even just another little pillow under your knees if you need more area to rest. From here, we will come into a twist. So sitting up nice and tall, I'm going to take the right arm out towards the right side of the mat and then clasping onto the left knee. And we can do this with our breath. So inhaling, bring that right hand to shoulder. Exhale, open and twist. And you can even bring it back a little bit further. Inhale, back to shoulder. Exhale, open. Inhale, back to shoulder. Exhale, open. Just drawing that belly button in and then seeing how far you can bring this arm back. Couple breaths here. And then come back to center. Let the hands come down to the feet. Just letting yourself drop forward here. Maybe even your forehead begins to land in your feet. You can maybe notice the tiredness in my voice. And this is what sometimes our worry can do. It drains us a little bit. So getting onto the mat and bringing your focus into yoga and just sitting with the feelings that arise. Inhale, rise up. This time we're going to draw this left palm to the shoulder, opening up. Right hand comes to the left knee. Inhale, hand comes to shoulder. Exhale, open. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Draw the belly button in. Let's hold here, looking at the palm, keeping this right hand. Can even come down to the shin if you find that this is too hard and you feel like you're pulling yourself in that twist. Just take the hand down to the top of the shin. And come back to center, bringing the soles of the feet together. Just stretch them out. Just lean into your palms and do a few windshield wipers here. We're going to come into half butterfly. So left sole of the foot comes into this right thigh. I'm going to keep this right foot active. Also, this left foot active into this thigh. I'm also going to take this little bolster or blanket, sorry. I'm going to take this pillow from my bed and place it under my knee. Inhaling up and then hinging from the hips as if I can have someone pull me forward by my palms and then landing the palms where they need to go. I'm going to let that right foot relax. And just releasing into this forward fold, which is very nourishing to our nervous system. Nice stretch through the back of the hamstring. I'm going to stay here for 5 more breaths. Slowly walking the hands up. Inhale the arms up towards the sky, just allowing myself to sit nice and tall. Exhaling the hands down and just sitting nice and tall for a moment. Bringing both feet to rest here, drawing the toes towards me. Just sitting here, settling in, feeling how this feels in the body. And then taking this right foot and just drawing it up into that left inner thigh. Again, you can take that little bit of cushion underneath the right knee. I'm going to keep those toes drawing towards me, activating that left foot, engaging this left thigh muscle. Also pressing this right sole of foot into that inner thigh. Inhale, arms up. Again, hinging from the hips. Imagine someone's gently tugging you forward, placing the hands down onto the floor. Let the chin come towards the heart. And just rest here. Allow that left foot to relax. So this is half butterfly, which is a yin posture. And in yin, there's many different focuses, but most of all, it's very simple. We're working into holding the posture or the shape. We're coming to relative stillness, coming to an edge. So an edge means just where you can feel that sensation. Maybe it's a dull ache, but no sharp or electric, anything that feels like it's causing pain. We want to back off of that pain. Good, 3 more breaths here. In through the nose, out through the nose. Press through the palms. Slowly come up to seated. Just notice if you can settle in here. Notice the sensations. So a little bit of time for introspection, noticing what's going on within. What sensations are going on within the body. What am I feeling? Am I feeling more grounded and less anxious? Am I allowed to notice if the worry is being drawn out through the yoga? We're going to lengthen our legs out, give them a tap. And let's come over onto hands and knees. So coming on to hands and knees, we're going to do tabletop child pose flow. So as you inhale, you're at tabletop. As you exhale, you release the palms down and come down into child's pose. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale to child's pose. 2 more, inhaling. Exhaling back. Inhale up. And exhale back to child's pose. Widen the knees here. Just let yourself settle into this beautiful pose of surrendering. Forehead comes down to the mat. You can even rock from hip to hip, just massaging those hip flexors. Rock the forehead, getting into the third eye. And just close your eyes and breathe here for 5 breaths. Looking forward, coming into hands and knees. Make your way up to tabletop. We're coming in to thread the needle. So we're going to inhale that right palm up. And exhale, drawing the right shoulder down to the mat. Right ear comes down. And I'm going to walk the knees out a little bit behind the hips. Just finding that beautiful steady space. And sometimes when the mind doesn't settle, I like to bring in my mantra, which is Om Shanti Hum. I am peace. Om Shanti Hum. 3 more breaths here. Pressing down through the palm. I bring the palm closer to my right arm, pressing up, and then extending that right arm up before coming down back to hands and knees pose. Take a moment here just to settle in. Inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale, comes underneath the body. Left ear comes down to the mat. Right palm and right elbow is resting. And again, I'm going to play around with the knees and the hips. I don't want to sink into this left side. I want to draw energy into both knees. And come back to your own mantra or the Om Shanti Hum. I am peace. Om Shanti Hum. 3 more breaths. Pressing the palm down into the mat, close to this left arm. Pressing up, inhaling, opening up the arms, bringing the hands back down to center. Bring the hands back into your hands and knees pose. Let's do a few more circles here, Sufi circles. And come back to hands and knees. Let's take our pillows behind our back. We will come into our reclined Supta Baddha Konasana, so reclined butterfly in yin. We will turn so your back is coming up to your bolsters or your pillows. I'm going to draw the soles of the feet together. Slowly lay back on the bolster, just allowing the whole back body to be supported. Soles of the feet are connecting. Just allowing the hips to gently open up and release. And feel the back body and the heart gently opening up towards the sky. And stay here for 5 breaths. A nice option I like to do here in Supta Baddha Konasana is connecting my breath with my body. So as I inhale, I gather in, gentle fist, tuck the thumb inside the hand. As I exhale, I open the palm. You can leave the palm, back of hand on the floor, or you can even just lift the hands up and come into a fist. Exhale, open, and let the hands drop down to the floor. Inhale, gathering into that little fist. Exhale, open hands wide and down to the earth again. Let's do this 3 more times with your own breath. With that last breath, just settling down, softening on to your supports. Lengthening the feet out in front of you. And this is a beautiful spot to stay for Shavasana. So if you're happy here, just hang out here. Legs are outstretched, let the ankles relax. Backs of hands are resting on the earth and just coming back to your natural breath. When you feel ready, rolling to your right side and coming up to seated. As we finish this class, I want to read to you a poem by Danna Faulds from her book, From Root to Bloom. It's called Circle of Breath, which is very fitting for our very gentle and grounding practice, which I really needed today for myself. So I hope you enjoy it, and if you did, please remember to let me know. But here is the poem. Inhale and let go over and over. The circle of breath brings me into this moment. The even flow of air, the act of taking in and giving back. Breathing draws me inside the radiant reality of now. I can't breathe deeply and be fearful. Breathe freely and be anywhere but here. The whole of me embodied in these waves of breath. So thank you very much. We just completed a little bit of the Release and Restore series. We didn't get to the standing sequence. This is just the beginning part of the class. And if you would like to have more of this class, you can go to my website, georginakailoyoga.com. And if you're already in the Release and Restore series, thank you for watching this. I look forward to seeing you next week.